Hey guys, back again. So let's quickly show off my Scream Factory collection. Now I collect Scream Factory all the time. It's one of my favorite boutique labels for horror, and I've been collecting them for a couple years now. So let's get started. I haven't done one of these in a year or two. I can't remember the last time I did a collection review for or collection roundup for the Scream Factory releases, but let's start with the 4Ks. So we have Alligator, which I think is pretty fun. Child's Play 1, 4K. Child's Play 2, 4K, but it's got both artworks because I pre ordered them. The new artwork is badass. Child's Play 3, the new awesome artwork. I love that artwork. And also, I'm standing these up with a Red Hot Chili Pepper CD in both of them. So they both have a way of standing up on the shelf. And then Dog Soldiers, because did not have the original Blu-ray release. I might get that if it's dirt cheap, but like I have the 4K, so I might not even need that ever. But just for collecting purposes, I might one day if it's cheap. Then we got the Halloween collection, and Halloween 6 through 8 are going to come out this year, and I've already pre-ordered, so I'm excited for those. But we've got Halloween 1, obviously awesome artwork for all of them. Halloween 3 especially, that's badass. Halloween 4, Halloween 5, I love the Scythe. Two of my favorite recent horror comedies, Happy Death Day and Happy Death Day to You. Christopher Landon is great with his stuff. Freaky as well is another awesome one. Critters collection. Now this has the first 4 Critters movies. There are only 4, but there's also a TV show. Critters Attack. Now we have the out of print Halloween 15 disc deluxe edition. This is why I started collecting from Scream Factory, because I got this from Best Buy in 2014, I think in November around Thanksgiving, and I watch the shit out of these all the time. This is my go-to, and this is just an incredible box set. I love it. And of course, I'm going to get the other 4Ks, but that is my baby. That's just such a fantastic box set. Speaking of fantastic box sets, Friday the 13th. Again, another knock out of the park for Scream Factory. Like, this is incredible. And I reverse artworked, I think, those as well. So those aren't the original slips. They're reversible. But yeah, really, really awesome. Love Friday the 13th as well. Then we got the Fly collection, which is great. Hit or miss on a couple of them. Jeff Goldblum, The Fly is fantastic. The original Fly is great. Sequels are hit and miss. The Omen collection, great. Omen 1 through 4, and then the remake. I love the crow in the back. And also this got torn from the actual sticky thing. So it actually tore, so I had to glue that back on, which stinks. But it looks kind of cool, though. Even though it's kind of messed it up. Then we're on the regular DVDs. So Alligator 2, pretty bad. It wasn't very fun. It's okay. It's not a big deal that I didn't like it that much. I like it for the collection. April Fool's Day, awesome. Really love April Fool's Day. Army of Darkness, which they are putting out a 4K release, which I will definitely get the steelbook as well. For that, Assault on Precinct 13, badass, of course. Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon. I really love that artwork. This is a really cool meta horror movie. John Carpenter, Big Trouble in Little China, not horror, but it's in Scream Factory label. Then Black Christmas, awesome. The Blob, great. Body Parts, this one was a blind buy. This one's kind of fun. And then The Burning, which is one of my absolute favorite Scream Factory releases. I love this movie. I've watched it so many times. One of my favorite slashers. Candyman, might have to upgrade to 4K eventually, but right now I've got the Blu-ray. Candyman, Farewell to the Flesh, or Candyman 2. That one's okay. Carrie, whenever we get a 4K of this from Scream Factory, I am jumping on that shit quickly, because I love Carrie, one of my top 5 horror movies ever made. I love it. Incredible. Child's Play, I have the other one over there, but this is just the Blu-ray release. So that came out a couple of years ago. I reversed this because the actual spine for this is a little faded. so I put the Class of 1984 the other way. But Class of 1984 is pretty cool. I enjoy that one. Dawn of the Dead, awesome Zack Snyder one. I really enjoy this one. I haven't seen it in a while. I need to rewatch that. Day of the Dead, I love. Day of the Dead is fantastic. Bubba is awesome. Deadly Friend, which came out this last year. I thought this was really dumb and weird, Wes Craven, but I liked it. I thought it was entertaining. I thought it was really funny with the robot. What's the robot's name? It's BB, which I just think is such a funny name as well. And then we've got Death Becomes Her. Really fun comedy. I really like this with Meryl Streep and Goldie Hawn and Bruce Willis. Really fun. This is a really great release. Dolls. Love Dolls. Saw this when I was younger, like 10, 15 years ago. Really creepy. And then I, of course, had to get it whenever it came out on Scream Factory. I got it close to whenever it was actually going out, too, out of print. So I got it right before, I was lucky. Drag Me to Hell, fantastic. Sam Raimi, love Drag Me to Hell. Eight-Legged Freaks, this one's pretty fun. Elvira's Haunted Hills. This one is not as good as Elvira Mistress of the Dark, but it's got the thing like Halloween 1 through 5, where it's got this thick slip, which is interesting. The Entity, which I just watched recently, I loved. This is fantastic. I'm so glad I blind bought this. This was a great movie. Really, really good. Escape from New York. They just put that on 4K. I've just got the Blu-ray. Escape from LA. Exorcist 2, which I unabashedly love. It's so dumb, but I love it. I love the music. I love the imagery. Exorcist 3 I love. Fantastic. And also that comes with the Legion cut that they made for that release. Eyes of a Stranger. This one was pretty creepy with Jennifer Jason Leigh doing a really good job. Final Exam is a pretty generic slasher, but I like it. I think it's fun. The Final Terror is pretty generic as well, but I think that has some creepiness to it with how it's filmed because it's so low budget. Original Firestarter with Drew Barrymore. Good movie. The Fog. I just bought the 4K release, and I have not got it yet, so it's not going to be on this video, but I like The Fog a lot. It's great. The 4K Steelbook looked awesome, so I had to get it. From Beyond, I got this right whenever it was almost out of print, and I enjoyed it. The Funhouse, which also just came out in 4K recently, but I've just got the Blu-ray right now. He Knows You're Alone. First Tom Hanks movie ever. Hell Night, pretty fun. And then you've got House of Wax, which is pretty fun as well. 2000s fun horror. And then I'm kind of blocked away right here because I've got this Nightmare Before Christmas figure set. But The Howling, then I'll just take these two out. Then I've got The Howling 2. And let me tell you the story about Howling 2. So this has been out of print for a long time. I found this at a store for $10 used, and it goes for at least 100, 150, 200. So I just was like, holy shit. And I grabbed it, and I was so excited. And it's, of course, pretty bad, but it's entertaining. But I'm just glad I found it when it was out of print for $10. Idle Hands is funny with Devon Sawa and Jessica Alba. That one's pretty awesome. And then down here, next row down, we have In the Mouth of Madness, John Carpenter, awesome. I'm assuming that'll get a Blu-ray release or a 4K release sometime in the near future because most of his stuff has already been put out on 4K. Killer Party, I was kind of disappointed with, to be honest. It was kind of whatever. King Kong with the extended TV version. I think it's TV version with Jessica Lange, Jeff Bridges one. Extended television cut. Lake Placid, really funny. Life Force, which just got a 4K release as well, but the Blu-ray is great. The Mangler, I didn't really like this one that much, but it had Robert Englund in it. Misery, one of my absolute favorites. My Bloody Valentine, which I kind of want to get that steelbook because it's only $20 still, and I'm like, man, should I jump on that? Because it's just such a cool release. New Year's Evil, pretty generic, but I think it's kind of fun. I've watched it more than I think. More times than not, I've watched it more than I've expected. Night of the Comet is pretty cool. People Under the Stairs, Wes Craven, that one's pretty cool. Phantom of the Opera, Robert Englund, this one's kind of boring. It has Jill Schoelen in it, though. Phantom of the Paradise, really interesting De Palma movie. I think one of his first big ones, I think, or first Hollywood ones. Psycho 2, incredible. And then Psycho 3 with the slipcover. Love both of those. Psycho 2 more than 3, but 3 is still good. 4 I like as well. The remake with Vince Vaughn and Anne Heche, and recently R.I.P. Anne Heche, she passed away recently. Rabid, good. The Resurrected, watched this recently and I enjoyed it. Return of the Living Dead, which is getting a 4K release, I think, this fall. Which I enjoy the first one. The second one's alright, but I enjoy the first one a lot more. Road Games, Jamie Lee Curtis, Stacy Keach, a Richard Franklin movie, who also did Psycho 2. The Sentinel, which was pretty creepy. Serial Mom, one of my favorites. I have not seen any other John Waters movies except for Serial Mom, and I need to watch more because this one, completely up my alley. It was so incredibly entertaining. Silent Hill, this one's kind of boring. I haven't played the games that much. I will one day in the future. Silent Night, Deadly Night, one of my favorites. Great slipcover, great artwork, as well as part 2, great as well. Now, 3 of my favorites, Sleepaway Camp 1, 2, and 3 with the slipcover. These are pretty hard to find now. And then we've got Slither, which is really entertaining, James Gunn. Someone's Watching Me, John Carpenter, same time Halloween was made, they made this. Similar to Halloween in some ways. Starman, another John Carpenter. Then we've got Strangers Calling, which is kind of whatever. Then The Strangers, which is great artwork. I love The Strangers 1 and 2. Tales from the Crypt, Bordello of Blood, pretty fun. Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight I like more, and I got it signed by Billy Zane, which is cool. And then 10 to Midnight, really cool slasher thriller with Charles Bronson. Teen Wolf, enjoy Teen Wolf. The Tenant, great, Roman Polanski. Terror in the Isles, I watched this as a kid, and I'm glad that they have a full release for it. I know it's on the Halloween 2 Blu-ray that came out from Universal a while back, but I'm glad they have a full release for this movie. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, one of my absolute favorites. This one's very hard to find now, too. Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation, really fun. Too bad you couldn't keep the artwork for Matthew McConaughey and Renee Zellweger, but whatever. They Live, which has got a 4K, great. The Thing, great. I think they'll have a 4K soon for that. I think Universal did a 4K release, but not Scream Factory yet. 13 Ghosts, this one's kind of whatever. Trick or Treat, I enjoy. Urban Legend, I love. It's kind of generic, but I love it. Valentine, I really like as well. Both Jamie Lanks directed ones. John Carpenter's Vampires. James Woods, this one's not too bad. The Vampire Lovers, which I think has another release, and this is kind of a bare bones release, or more bare bones. There's more special features, I think, with the newer release of it, which I didn't realize when I bought it. But that one's all right. Lesbian Vampires. Witchboard, good score. Now here comes my 2-packs. So we've got Bad Dreams and Visiting Hours. Bad Dreams I like more than Visiting Hours. They're both pretty fun. Ghost House and Witchery, which are really entertaining. I think those are really silly Italian horror. Creepy ass clown in it though, in Ghost House. Love at First Bite and Once Bitten, one of Jim Carrey's earlier movies before he was famous. Love at First Bite was kind of fun. Metamorphosis and Beyond Darkness were creepy and fun. Scanners 2 and 3. 2 was pretty whatever, and 3 was whatever, but it was bad whatever, so it was funny. It kind of was like Star Wars in Scanners 3, where they were using the Force against each other. Tales from the Crypt and Vault of Horror, both great. Terror Vision and The Video Dead, I like both of these. Troll 1 and Troll 2, of course. Essentials, X-Ray and Schizoid. I remember liking both of these, but I haven't seen them in a while, so maybe I'm gonna have to check them out. Now this is a Scream Queen. God, I can't say that. Scream Queen double feature, which was a Walmart release, and it has no special features to say at all. There's literally no special features, but it's a Scream Factory release. So I, of course, had to buy the regular version of The Fog and then the regular version of The Howling because I wanted the special features, and I thought I had that, but then didn't. So I was like, well, that's lame. Halloween 2 Steelbook, fantastic Steelbook. I love that. Halloween 2 is one of my absolute favorite horror movies ever made. It's one of the first ones I ever watched. Halloween 3, fantastic artwork as well for this Steelbook, and I had to spend a good amount on this one because this one was out of print. Halloween 2 I got cheaper, like regular price, like $20. Night of the Demons, awesome. Then awesome artwork for Motel Hell, that's great. Then Prince of Darkness, really cool artwork, John Carpenter. Pumpkinhead, great artwork. That one's okay. I think it's fine. Slumber Party Massacre, I love. One of my favorite slashers. Yes. And then the last one is a Shout Factory release, and that is Mac and Me, which is so bad, but I enjoy it. So I think I'm going to actually stop here and just show off the Scream Factory. So they got some movies missing down here that are not. So that's my quick run around for my Scream Factory collection. I've got other stuff on here as well, but that's all I'm showing off for today. So that is it, and I'll see you guys later. Take care.